Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have the war of the military-industrial complex of the biggest powers on this planet, which is obviously the United States of America and Russia. And we have their arms industries fighting with one another and obviously having all kind of claims. The Ukrainians are claiming this and that, the Russians are claiming that and this, which is we destroy everything you got, the other ones we destroy everything you got. I have two articles here where I will show you both sides claiming that they destroyed the other side's best weapons. So one, we have the the Ukrainians claiming that using their Patriot systems provided by the Germans, American systems, they destroyed how many? 15 hypersonic Kinzhal missiles launched by the Russians. I have the right to doubt that greatly. I hope nobody's going to arrest me. That's the first one. And the other one, we find out that in the past, 1 or 2 days, the Russians destroyed some HIMARS, the long-range air missile systems of the Ukrainian supposedly armed forces provided by the Americans, which I think they're operated by NATO crews, not by Ukrainians. But let's go here and start with the Russians first, where I will use Sputnik, and they say during this or in this article, Russia launches retaliatory strikes on Ukrainian decision-making centers after Belgorod attacks. I covered this article in a video earlier today, and they hit Kharkiv, Kharkiv or Kharkov, depends, Kharkiv Ukrainian, Kharkov Russian. And here, down here somewhere, they mention the Ministry of Defense assessed Ukrainian forces to have suffered significant losses in the latter strikes, including the destruction of 2 HIMARS launches, which the military said were going to be used to target Donetsk during the New Year's holidays. So during the Kharkov strike, where the Russians claim they killed about 200 foreign mercenaries, I covered that in the previous video, and killed some foreigners and military and intelligence officers and commanders of Ukraine forces. They also destroyed 2 HIMARS launchers. Now, remember, this is according to the Russians. Therefore, hooray or hoorah, whatever. Let's go to the other article coming from the Kiev Independent. So this comes from the other side, advertising the American Patriot systems destroying, my friends, 15 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles. I personally doubt that greatly. The other one I don't doubt, not because I like the Russians or not, is because, how should I put it, you have the human ear, hearing the elephants talk. Yeah, you can hear certain communication, but certain communication you do not hear. The same like we hear the bats, the bats, those ones. We don't have the ears, to hear it, to comprehend that. The same here. The Patriot systems will figure out a hypersonic missile with a radar that can't really capture it and has the right bullets to shoot it down. That's just the minimum of the argument that I will make to tell you why I am skeptical. Not impossible. Possible? I don't know if it's even possible. Let's say possible. There's possibility. Very slim. Probability, again, slimmer than possibility. All right, let's go to this article. This comes from the Kiev Independent. Okay, it is from December 31st, 2023. Air Force claims that Patriot air defense systems have already shot down 15 Kinzhal missiles. Well, let's see what details they provide to us, okay? Patriot air defense systems have already shot down 15 Russian Kinzhal missiles since they were first used in May, Air Force spokesman said. On May 4th, the first unparalleled Kinzhal missile was successfully intercepted. The count started from that moment. So that was when the Russians attacked Kiev, if you remember. And if you remember, that's when the Russians said, we destroyed one Patriot system. And the Ukrainians were like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And then they were posted on media outlets, not media outlets, on social media by people who videotaped, use the telephones and then put it on Telegram and on others, and showing the Patriot system, I mean the lights. So pum 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 pum, there was an explosion, and that was the proof. So they caught the Ukrainians with the pants down. Then they said, well, a Patriot system could have been touched a little bit, slightly. Then they say, well, just a little bit damaged, but we brought the American maintenance crew from I don't know where, from Seattle, Washington or something, and they looked at it and just, that's what they did. Patriot system. Like new, back. That's what they told us, and we're supposed to believe. I don't. Why? Because those guys who posted those videos were arrested, investigated, interrogated, and then they were charged and convicted. I think they're five years house arrest right now. They were freed. They were not in jail. But I said, if you do it again, we're going to put you in jail and you're going to stay 5 years or 4 years over there. 4 or 5. So that's the way it is, my friends. Only we can say what the truth is, not you guys. So this is Ukraine that we fight for. The reason? Those guys were disclosing with their videos the locations of the Patriot systems. Really? How in the fuck they hit it in the first place? Because of this, these guys did not even have the time to post those videos when they saw it exploding, the explosion. So it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, if that would happen, let's say in 5 days when these guys were really revealing it, posting it, and then the next, I don't know, in 5 days the guys will be shooting over there, that would make sense. No, they want to have the monopoly of truth. That's it. The Russians don't do that. I've seen many videos with Russian, like there's a video also with last landing ship that was blown up in Feodosia in the Crimean Peninsula. You can see it over there. It was not the Ukrainians. And not only that, there's some other videos that you can see the regular people filming explosions. Oh, boom, bam, bam. And then they post it and somehow we see it. So who has more freedom, the Russian or the Ukrainian? And why is that? Because we are attacked? Is that the reason, the only reason? No, my friends, you know exactly, so they can lie. That's why I have more doubts that they really shot Kinzhal, aside from the technical, abilities or lack of. And they tell us here that they also did in April, Ukraine received its first 2 Patriot systems from the US and Germany. The Patriot system is viewed as one of the world's best air commercial. All right, my friends, here it is. We have the advertising for both countries. Why do I think that the Russians were capable of destroying the HIMARS? Because the HIMARS is something that stays there and moves around, the whole circus. So you can hear it, you can see it, clearly see it. It's not like a hypersonic move, okay? You can smell it, you can see it from the space. You can people who can, that's why you get more information. They're more easily targeted than a Kinzhal coming. That's one of the reasons why I also believe the Russians, but not the other guys. And besides, I know how the world works in these terms, so I know this is just a advertising, commercial, profits. They want India to buy Patriot and don't buy the S-400s. Or Turkey want to buy Patriot at overpriced instead of the S-400s. Why? And even though they don't want to give it to the Turks because they don't want the Turks to use it somehow to give the secrets to the Russians. Well, the Russians don't need Patriot. Okay, they have their own better, I think. Just kidding. Thank you very much. I think there it's not like a difference like this between the two. You can say, oh, Patriot is so good, S-400s or whatever are so low, or vice versa. I think they're neck in neck. I mean, thank you very much for, you can show me, besides the Kinzhals, the hypersonic, which the Americans can't handle it yet, but the Chinese and the Iranians supposedly handle it. I don't know how. And they're a little bit ahead. The Americans will catch up. We'll see if the Russians are way ahead then, or maybe the Americans gonna have a big leap or great leap, like Mao Zedong. Woo-hoo. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.